Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to science class. This is my fourth period class guest starring for this instructional video. So today, I'm going to show you how to make a flip book about atoms. So let's actually turn this around. Yeah, probably. Okay, so how to make a flip book. So you're going to do 2 pieces of paper. Let me zoom out a bit. Okay, 2 pieces of paper, and you are going to fold them in half lengthwise or hot dog style. Okay, and that fold is going to be your guide to cut them in half. So you're going to cut along that line as neatly as you can. Okay. And then what you need to do is lay out the papers so that you can see each paper underneath the other one. We call this staggering. Okay, so what we're going to do is, there's the first paper. The next one you put on top, but you put it about maybe 1.5 centimeters, maybe 2 centimeters above the other one. Don't do too much, or you won't have enough room left at the top. Okay, then you're going to do another one, same distance. Oh, just wait, it hasn't gotten amazing yet. No. Okay, so let me... Okay, so now you should be able to see that there are kind of 4 little tabs. Then what we do is take the top and fold it over. And now you have 8 tabs. Okay, and then you're going to just do 2 staples, ka-chunk, ka-chunk at the top. And voila, you have a flip book. So let's take a moment to do that. We'll pause the video. All right, so you are going to need some colored pencils and a compass if you're picky about your circles, and some sort of writing utensil besides colored pencils. So a pencil or pen. All right. So your title is matter, and put your name on the front. You can make it fancy or not fancy.
Can I use the markers or no?
Yeah, markers are okay. Markers or colored pencils.
I don't know if I drew.
You don't need to worry about too many colors. It's kind of for highlights.
Okay. I just didn't know if I drew too.
Nope, that's great.
Do you have to write it in black, or can you write it in blue?
Nope, it's fine, whatever. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and label our tabs, and that way those of you who feel like you're okay to move on, you can start working on each of the tabs as we go. But those of you who want to stick with me, you'll be able to stick with me. So our first tab, obviously,
How'd you make that?
is matter. I just drew it. Okay, need the talking to stop, please. Our at-home people can experience the true classroom here.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Uh-huh.
It's very nice. Yeah, right.
Okay. All right, so our first tab, after this is atoms. Well, you pronounce it that way if you say atomic. But atoms, our second tab is molecules. Molecules. Okay, our third tab is elements.
I thought you said elephants first.
Nope, just elements. Our next tab is compounds.
We have to work on
Now, you need to label it this way, and no excuses for spelling it wrong since it's right here on the screen.
but no, exactly.
It's right there on the screen.
Oh, I do learn compound.
Okay, our next one is mixtures. Our second to last one is solids and liquids. And our last one is gases.
And then gases, right?
Yep.
What happened? Wait, so we have to write.
So write all of those
Write matter, atoms, molecules, elements.
tabs.
No, I get that, but name.
Okay, and I will pause again.
So you have to write your name, not her name. Your own.
That's her. I'm Mrs. Brown.
So again, that's your titles.
Whatever. And
So our first tab is atoms.
Okay.
And if you don't mind it being a less than perfect circle, then you can use, you can just draw a circle. But if you'd like it to look nicer, you can use a compass. So on my compass, I'm going to use the second dot out from the middle. Or maybe I'll actually do the next, no, yeah, I'll do the second dot out from the middle. So then you just spin around and boom, you have a circle. Okay, and then, yep, we're gonna write a definition too, so if you wanna do it off to the side, you can as well. So I'm gonna draw some electrons. So this time I'm not gonna draw the whole big thing with protons and neutrons and stuff because we're just worried about the nucleus and the electrons.
So will this
Okay,
all be on
so
Gavin?
this will all be on canvas, yep. So
What do you?
an atom is the smallest
How would you draw circles?
particle of an element. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and color my atom. Just to make it look a little nicer. Okay, so again, an atom is the smallest particle of an element. It's the smallest particle of matter that exists on its own. The atom is made up of some smaller particles, but they don't really do much by themselves. They have to be part of an atom. Okay. Okay, so if you get two or more atoms like this and hook them together, that is called a molecule. So that's our next tab.
Miss Brown, I can't get the I can't.
If you can't get the little spinny parts, it's okay. So, and this will all be on Canvas if you missed anything. Okay, so a molecule is going to be two or more atoms that have combined. And it's not just that they're stirred together or something like that. They're actually had to have a chemical reaction that combined them, and they're hooked together permanently. So, or at least mostly permanently. So, let's write the definition first. So, it is two or more atoms chemically combined. And we're also going to add, it is the smallest piece of a compound. Okay, so that's two or more atoms chemically combined, and it's the smallest piece of a compound. And we're going to get our compass back out. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a water molecule. So I'm going to do another one that's the same size as the one I did on the last page. And then two smaller ones. I'm just going to do the biggest circle that I can trace on the compass without having to spin it. Okay, so the big circle represents oxygen, and the little circles represent hydrogen. And this probably looks a bit like Mickey Mouse. Or maybe an alien, or maybe an alien spaceship. So now I'm going to color that. By the way, what we are making here is your study guide for the next test. So this is not just busy work or wasting time here. Oh yeah, anytime.
So can I do this on Canvas?
It is legitimately relevant, yes. Yes, you can do this, but try to do as much as you can here. But this will also be on Canvas. Okay. So that is a molecule. Now, the smallest molecule is going to have two atoms. And there are lots of them. Like hydrogen likes to travel around as two atoms, H2. Oxygen likes to travel around as two atoms, O2. So there's lots of things that are, lots of molecules that are just two atoms. We looked up the biggest molecule in the world. There's one that was made artificially in the lab that has 200 million atoms in one molecule. And actually, it's called like PK5. It's not a very exciting name. But here's what's interesting. The largest naturally occurring molecule is actually right in your own body. And that is DNA. So DNA is the largest naturally occurring molecule, and it can have about 200 million atoms, so it's pretty cool. Yep, one string of DNA. It's a big one. Okay, let's move on to elements. So an element is basically the same as an atom, it's just bigger. And, well, I'm not even bigger, it's just more of them. So if you get a bunch of the same kind of atom together, that's an element. So, that's what we'll put as our official definition, is a bunch of the same type of atom make an element? Okay, so the one I'm going to do, you can pick any element to draw you want. It doesn't have to be the same one that I'm doing. I'm going to do gold. So my ring is made of gold. It's actually white gold, which is why it looks like silver, but it's actually gold. And that's the element gold, so it's just one element. Now it also has diamonds on it. Those are the element carbon. And so, yep, I got this for my anniversary last year, or this year. So, yep. So this is my new one. Yep, my old one was just gold, no diamonds. But anyway, so the gold is one element, and then the diamonds are another element, carbon. So I'm going to draw a gold ring that's just gold. Okay, so, and I'm going to do a big close-up of that ring. So here we go. So if I'm going to kind of show how this is made of atoms, I'm actually going to draw a bunch of gold atoms. Now, real gold atoms are way smaller than what I just drew. Okay, they're so small you can't see them even under a microscope. But I'm going to show you a video later next week that shows real atoms. Okay, so okay, so there's a gold ring, and I'm going to color it. I don't have gold, so I'm going to just color it yellow. Okay, so one piece of gold is actually the element gold. Okay. All right, so a compound is a bunch of the same type of molecule. So not the bunch of the same type of element, it's a bunch of the same, or atom, it's the same type of molecule. So
You don't need to color it. I just did because it's.
our definition is 2 or more elements chemically combined.
I kind of messed up on it. So don't do that.
Wait, compounds. I thought you were.
That's what the
Wait,
word
what's
says.
Strawberry.
This is a little
Wait, I'm
bit.
confused.
AN stands for gold, right?
AU.
AU.
My U looks like an N. Okay, so it's a bunch of the same type of molecule. Okay, so remember, it takes 2 or more atoms to make a molecule. It takes 2 or more elements to make a compound. Okay, so for something to be, sorry, I'm showing them for really quick. There's the definition. Okay. So it's 2 or more elements chemically combined. So I've told you sodium is really explosive and chlorine is really poison. But when you join them together, they make salt, which is harmless, and you can eat it. And that's because sodium atoms are unhappy by themselves, and chlorine atoms are unhappy by themselves, but when they're hooked together into a molecule, they're happy. They would if they're by themselves, but salt doesn't. And you saw that when we did the experiment with salt and sugar. Did the salt melt? It didn't really do anything.
It didn't explode.
It didn't explode. It didn't do anything. And that's because salt is kind of happy where it is. So salt is a compound. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw.
Wait, I'm still confused.
Okay, go for it.
Well, it says 2 or more elements, but then it also says a bunch of the same molecule.
So remember, a molecule is made of 2 or more elements.
Oh, okay.
It's made of 2 or more atoms. Okay, so I'm going to do a drop of water then is full of these little Mickey Mouse looking molecules. It is, it's a little water droplet. Okay, so close up, our water molecule is O with 2 H's. Okay, I think I'm going to have to change the city chart. You know who I'm talking to. All right. So I'll color my water molecule, or my drop of water. It's not a water molecule, it's full of water molecules. So this is a compound. Don't feel like you have to draw water. You can draw salt or sugar or lots of other molecules. And these are compounds. Okay, and then our last one for today, and then the last couple, that's your distance learning homework for tomorrow. Okay, so you're going to have to come watch my video to get the last couple. Yay! You don't have to watch the whole video, just watch. Maybe I'll make a separate video just for the end, okay? All right, so mixtures are 2 or more substances mixed together but not chemically combined. So this is a bunch of stuff stirred together. So think of like baking a cake. A cake has a ton of different things in it, like milk and egg and flour and water and all kinds of stuff. So that's a mixture. You are a mixture. I'm a mixture. This desk is a mixture. These are actually by far the most common substances. Is just a bunch of stuff stirred together. This hand sanitizer is a mixture. The milk is a mixture. Orange juice. Think about chocolate milk. Yeah, seasonings. Almost anything you eat besides like salt is going to be a mixture. You don't usually eat just plain salt. So if you put salt on something, mixture. Okay, so I'm going to draw a cupcake. Because a cupcake, you can draw milk. That's a great idea. Okay, so there's my cupcake.
I'm going to draw a cake.
A regular cake would be great. Almost anything you would eat for dinner would be a mixture. All plants, all living things are mixtures. All right, and that's where we're going to end this video and end our activity for today. Thank you.